Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Zuckert, and I am going to show you how to do the Let's Blend Blending Master activity. Part of this activity we will do together in a Zoom meeting, so if you missed that Zoom meeting, that's what this is for. And when we are talking about blending, we're talking about blending quotes with your own words. And the Edpuzzle that we already did talked about making sure that the quote is not in a sentence of its own. We must blend it with our own words or with a tag. So let's get started. Why do we quote? And here's a reason why we quote, right? Quotes are useful because they validate, they prove our point sometimes. And we have to be careful, right? That when we quote, we need to quote from an authoritative source. When we blend, it's us blending the quote with our own words, and we have to introduce them in a way that's part of our own sentence. So here we go. Just remember that no quote is supposed to be by itself in a complete sentence. It needs to be blended with your own words. So here are some examples, okay? Here is the correct way of blending. Finney stands up on the table to dance with the, and here's the part that's being quoted from the text. Quote, see the quotation marks? Wildest demonstration of himself, and then we end that quote with an end quotation mark. And then here is where we begin with our own words in order to show the others, and then we quote again the text, his choreography of peace. So we're using pieces of the text to say what we want to say, but we mix it with our own words. And as you guys can see here at the end, we have a parenthetical citation and then a period. All of this is important for you to understand that the period needs to come after the citation. The citation is at the end of the sentence where you got that piece of text. It all needs to be written and punctuated correctly. Here's another example. In this example, we have a transition word like for example, right? And then the context, meaning the background information about the quote. And then we have the speaker, whoever is saying this quote. So if you're quoting from a book that we're reading, you have to say who's saying this, if it's something that they're saying. And you have to provide background information, like what's happening in the book. And then providing that transition, like for example, lets us know that this is going to be an example of text. Here's a right way and a wrong way to do it. And if you look at the wrong way, you see that the quote is all by itself and it's not blended with any of the writer's words. And then, there's like the author after that. All of that is incorrect. But take a look at the right way. There's a big difference, right? And we don't even have the author's first name there. It's just the author's last name. And then the quote is blended in with words that belong to the writer, okay? So the quote, the text is blended with this writer's own words, and that's the correct way. Blended, embedded, those are the same meaning. So if you blend or embed a quote, they have the same meaning. And then here, are going to be some examples of ways that you can blend. So type 1, type 2, type 3, just 3 different ways that you can blend or embed your quotes, for example. And then this is where you start to do this practice on your own. So slide 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, all of these are for you to do on your own. And then once you complete it, please submit it on the Google Classroom. Thank you.